Bienvenidos a un podcast regular. Hey, hey, NF, AOC, they call me Ram. Dice, hey, hey, tengo amigos leales, problemas legales, quiero la buena vida, no me importa lo que vale. Mami me dijo que evite problemas de la calle, que la calle es traicionera y no quiere a nadie, no quiere a nadie, no quiere a nadie, no quiere a nadie, no quiere no quiere a nadie. Ey, ey, no me dejo llevar de lo que digan de mí. Tú sabes que soy un G y estos son wannabe. La vida es diferente de este lado, tú me entiendes. Y tú sabes que si hablan mal de mí nunca me ofenden. Yo tengo que hacerlo ahora. La presión, una corona o un chin de mar y eso me pone a mí en mi zona. Diablo, mira esa culona, quiere que la choque, pero yo estoy enfocado en comprarme el bloque. Pero yo estoy enfocado en hacer dinero. Ellos no copian, nosotros lo hicimos primero. Y para yo ser sincero, no brego con ustedes. Ustedes no son gantes, solo hablan en las redes. Ustedes no son, ustedes no son, ustedes no son gantes, solo hablan en las redes. Ustedes no son, ustedes no son, Tengo amigos leales, problemas legales, quiero la buena vida, no me importa lo que vale. Mami me dijo que evite problemas de la calle, que la calle es traicionera y no quiere a nadie, no quiere a nadie, no quiere a nadie, no quiere a nadie, no quiere no quiere a nadie, ey. Y esto es solo un podcast regular, pero no hay nada regular de nosotros. No te hagas el loco o la loca y aprendí un poco. Ey.
My dog.
Ande el
diablo, mi loco.
El diablo. Oye, 500. Y 500 más, Tom.
Por si faltaba.
Y
algo.
no son gratis, te lo ganaste.
Te lo ganaste. Good shit, bro. Yeah.
Hey.
Thank you, brother.
Don't burn the mic. You need it for the rest of the interview, man.
Yo, you look shocked. You didn't know he could do that.
I ain't come here to help. I'm coming for a party. Early morning party.
That's the wake up.
Damn.
There you go.
Bombing the course.
That was better than most of the shit I heard.
Yeah. Pre-game, straight pre-game right there. As always, we magical.
Tahiti, baby.
Y'all already know who it is. AOC laughing loudly, and to the left of me, the right of y'all, we got.
Yo, el dembocero del año. Rem, yo. What's going on?
Get it, bro. Yo, you flamed that up, bro. The man of 1,000 AKAs, 1/3 of Mr. 100. To the right of me, the left of y'all, we got.
NF de este lado y entregado como siempre. Mi gente, vamos a lo que venimos.
Vamos a lo que vinimos. We got a special guest for y'all. So I'm going to turn it over to him. What's your name, brother man?
Yo, what it do? It's your boy A, a.k.a. Amaury. You already know. Brunswick in the house. Let's go.
Jersey. Salida 9, mi gente, en la casa.
Yeah.
Brunswick. Vámonos,
So,
coño.
What's good with everybody, man?
Yes, sir, man.
Yo,
What's going on?
Amaury, you was shocked, though. I looked at you for a second. You was shocked when he went off.
Listen, bro. I never heard him spit them bow. That was the first time. Yeah. Killed that.
That's
Killed
fine.
that.
Thank you,
I
bro.
quedásela.
Yo, you wait for the rest. He's got more.
There's more? All right,
Yeah,
bet.
oh, yeah, bro. How you doing, though, man? It's good to really have you here, man. We're grateful that you took some time out of your busy life. I'm sure you're working really hard. And you have a bunch of other things that you could be doing with your life. So we appreciate you being here with us today, brother.
Appreciate
Yes,
that, bro.
sir.
Appreciate that. Nah, man. I appreciate y'all for even bringing me to come over here with y'all and spend some time, bro. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? You know, that's important. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Take time out
Facts.
to do other things in life, bro.
Yeah.
So we was going over, me and Rem over here, you know. When you got a passion, bro, you gotta make some time for it. If you don't make time for it, you're never gonna reach that goal. You're never gonna reach that passion.
I'm going to start you off early.
Give him a bar. That's bars already, man.
Is that when it's bars you
That's
get
the
this?
quotes that we were missing before, huh?
Yeah. He was in me with the quotes, bro.
You know?
Yeah, man.
But nah, bro, it's you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful Sunday. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why
Facts.
not?
Why not?
Bless.
I love that, bro.
And with that, tell us a little bit about yourself for who doesn't know you.
Oh no. So for those that don't know me, you know what I'm saying? I grew up here in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? Always been on my own type of thing, doing my own thing, you know what I mean? Come from a barbering background, tattooing background, pretty much an entrepreneur background, you know what I mean? Just self-sufficient, do it yourself type of guy, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did you get that drive from? Does that run in the family, or it was just you wanted to change something?
Nah, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm the black sheep in my family. You know what I'm saying? Drop a gem
There's
on that.
power,
man.
yeah, there's power in that. Give him his gem, man, for sure.
Hey, shout
We
out
don't
to you
clap
for
it up
that,
too,
man.
bro.
Shout
Yeah,
out
for
to you
sure.
for that.
Like
For
we
sure.
were saying, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like-
It's uphill for a black sheep, but there's power in that, man.
It's tough for the black sheep.
Yeah.
You stand out when you don't need to stand out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's been a journey, bro.
I love
A
that.
long journey. I say that because I'm not the only black sheep in any family. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure, for sure.
You're going to always see a black sheep. You're going to always see it. When you got a dream, bro, and you want to, you know what I'm saying, conquer it,
Yeah.
they're going to call you crazy. They're going to say you're dumb. You have.
What you
you're
doing
wasting-
that for?
yeah.
Wasting your time.
Why are you doing that? What do you mean why I'm doing it?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why
Yeah.
not?
you
why
doing?
not?
I
Ooh.
like that. Why not?
Why not, bro?
If you
Yeah.
don't do it, who else gonna do it?
Yeah. That's powerful. Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure, for sure.
I want to know something, man. Even though I've seen your journey and I've seen everything you from the beginning, bro. When did that change? When did you decide to make that change? Like, how old were you when you wanted to?
That's a great question, right? So I'm gonna tell you the exact story how it started. And funny that the story started off out here around Ewing area,
Mhm.
this area. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? Whatever.
That's 5 minutes down the street.
That.
Yeah.
So I think I was like 21, right? I was enrolled in Chubb Institute at the time. I was taking courses for computer networking,
Mhm.
right? And I wanted to set off in a career doing that. I was a barber already, but I always had my mom down my neck talking about what else are you gonna do with your life? Are you just gonna cut hair? Is that all you're gonna do? You got other people out here who's doing this and that and the third. Maybe you should go follow. So like a good kid, trying to make your mother proud. You say,
Yeah.
you know what? Let me try to make her proud, whatever. Or so I went and I took this course, computer networking, whatever. I passed, graduated. Then I got my first job. I struck a first job down here in Ewing area. And what happened was I was cutting hair since I was like 15, 16 in a barbershop, bro. You know what I'm saying? I started this early when there were no young barbers.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't go get a haircut with a 16-year-old at a barbershop, bro.
Mm-mm-mm.
You was going to the older guy for
old
sure.
head, yeah.
Yeah.
So you would look at the 16-year-old like, damn,
You have no
like,
experience.
what's he doing here? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so after I was cutting hair for like, I want to say at that time, like 5-6 years in the game, I went off to school. Did it, you know what I mean? Completed it.
Nice.
Got out, got that job. When I got there to the job, I noticed it wasn't what I expected, bro. It wasn't what I was being told it would be. You know what I'm saying? The famous story, go to school, get a job, you'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work out like that. I got there, I looked around, all I felt was misery.
Mm.
All I saw was misery, bro. I was in a
Something.
room locked up with no windows. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's there. It's just like, don't want to be there.
Yeah.
People ratting on people and they go to lunch to get out early. So
that sounds funny, but it's messed
but
up.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I experienced. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So one day I go home. I think I'm like 20, 21 years old. I wasn't taking my barbering career serious at the time because I was still a little young, knucklehead still. And that 1 week that I went to work at the networking spot, damn, bro, that was the worst week of my life. I was hitting traffic, 2-hour traffic jams. I was going from, you know what I'm saying, where we from down in Ewing.
Yeah, it's a
That
drive.
Route
That's a
1
drive.
traffic, that Route 1 traffic at the 4 o'clock. You don't want to be
Mhm.
part of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't
At
wanna be
all.
part of it. So I get there, man. I work. I remember I used to try to leave like 20 minutes early because I wasn't officially hired. I was there as a temp. I was like there
Okay.
somebody was on vacation. I was just there taking
You
over
were
their
filling
spot.
in,
Yeah.
yeah, showing your worth.
I wasn't really part of anything at the time
Yeah.
yet. But that 1 week is all it took for me to see the future. And I said to myself, damn, if I stay here, I'll be one of them. I'll just be another one, another guy here. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm gonna
In the
shout
tech
you
world.
out, my fault, for your foresight, bro. Because
Sometimes I've
Some-
always, yeah.
people see it and they get stuck on that. But
You
sorry,
see it,
continue.
some people see it, they get stuck and don't know what to do. Do I stay? Do I leave? What do I do? Do I make them happy? Do I make myself happy?
Mm.
Do I choose me or choose them? Who? Right?
Damn,
So
that's very real.
I chose me.
Yeah.
That night I went home. I remember just like this. I was sitting on my bed, living in Riverside. You know what I'm saying? I'm laying in the bed. I'm looking up at the ceiling. I'm saying, Lord, help me never work for somebody ever again. And not
That's
because
fire.
that I can't work for someone again, but let me do the work and let me guide myself. Don't have someone tell me what to do. Because I felt like as a kid, I wasn't really good with taking orders too much. Like, oh, go do this, do that. Nah, I do it when we got to do it.
Yeah.
So I went home, spoke to the Lord. He said, look, man, get out of that job and go take your barbering career more serious now.
Okay.
Once I got that message, bro, that I looking up at the sky, you know what I'm saying, just talking to the Lord, saying, what am I going to do? Because I did this, I completed this, but I ain't happy. And I know this is not going to bring me no true happiness.
Yeah.
So from that day on, I woke up the next day and I said to myself, all right, now you got to take your barbering career serious, because if you ain't going back to the 9-to-5 vibe, then you got to take this more serious.
So all in, yeah.
All in, man. And at the time, I was 21. I had never got no guidance from no barbers like that. I just worked around a lot of barbers. Most of them weren't owners. They weren't, you know what I'm saying? They didn't really have goals like that.
No real mentors.
Not really, you know, just a bunch of grown men who you got to tell them to throw the garbage out and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you working at a shop, bro,
Yeah.
so you're going to see all of it. But that forced me to want to do better, because since I told myself, look, I'm not going back to a job. I'm not relying on this and that. Now I got to really, you know.
Hold down your
put
main.
Yeah. You know, put 100% in.
Yeah.
So once I did that, man, I started taking numbers down more, you know, treating clients with a different attitude, respect towards their time. Everything changed, bro. From that moment on, I got more organized. And once I felt I got more organized, I got more confident. So once that started happening, one thing started happening, another thing started happening. You start to learn, you gain more knowledge as you work, and then you say to yourself, wow, so I got this amount of people, you know what I'm saying? I got this amount of knowledge. Let me apply some more. How do I get a business now? That's the goal in my head, was get a barbershop. But it's not just get the barbershop.
Right.
It's maintain the barbershop.
Right.
Anybody could get a business. What you gonna do after you have it?
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And thankfully I took that entrepreneur route, because I've always had discipline, but I've always said, if I'm gonna have discipline, I'm just gonna discipline myself. I don't need someone else to go and discipline me.
Go,
You know
bro.
what I mean? Yeah. You know?
Like
Dropping
that. I
bars
like
on
that.
that.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
You getting up every day anyway. That's why I used to tell my
That's
mom. I said, look, I'm gonna get up anyway and go to work. Let
Yeah.
it be for me, somebody else all the
That's
time.
fire, bro.
You know? And then, bro, it started there, and just the hunger of wanting more and wanting to succeed, wanting to feel success.
Yeah.
I've never felt success, bro. Come from the bottom.
Yeah.
Literally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No handouts.
Yeah.
There was no handouts.
Mm-mm.
We all came from a place where it's competitive. The moment you walk outside, it's competition. That helped a lot. Growing up in the hood, bro, it prepares you for competitiveness. Like,
Puts a
out there.
fire.
it definitely pumps you with a fire, bro. Because you got something to prove.
Yeah.
You either want to prove yourself or you want to prove to others. Whoever you got to prove something.
Yeah.
And where we come from, like Lil Baby say, everything feel like success, bro. Because when you come from nothing, everything is a success. Like,
Yeah.
legitly. So that started off as, well, I started off as that, as the barber,
Yeah.
trying to become the owner. And from there, it escalated, man. And little by little, we grew and we grew. Not only did we have one, we had two barbershops at one point. bro.
Nice.
So,
So before you get ahead, because this is
Yeah.
all very exciting, I want to lay down the timeline. So at which point, like, how old were you at that point where you were like, I gotta get my first one before you got the second one? Like,
okay. So I started cutting hair in 2007.
okay,
Right.
damn, you've been doing it, bro.
Gas this guy right
Yeah.
there.
I know
Yeah,
that's
I
yeah. That's
You
how I
seen-
met you when
yeah.
I came. It's like, yeah, my boy Amaury the barber. Yeah.
So started off 2007.
Mm-hmm.
I did the computer networking around 2011.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Already out of
back
high
at-
school.
Yeah, getting out of high school.
Okay.
You know, after that, I would say the barber shop came in about 2017, 16.
Okay.
So from 2011 to 2016, it was just nothing but put in more work, get more phone numbers, get more clientele in your books, and just grow.
Build your
Have
foundation.
enough clients to the point where that's all you really need for a barbershop. Without that, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
You don't got clients, you got nothing.
Right.
So I worked on that, man, for a long time, just building the name. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Just building the clientele, bro.
You as a
So,
brand.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And after that, once we got in there in 2016, 17, I was confident enough to say, we got this from here, bro. We got this. We
Fire.
done worked for other people already all our lives.
Yeah.
You know, we've been through fire. We've been through hard times, good times. There's gonna be all that in business. We just prepared already. So when we got in there already, we had the mindset of what we're gonna go through already. It wasn't new. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a brand new business where you just jump in and you say, I don't know what happens. Whatever
Yeah.
happens, happens. But you already worked it for a while, so it was kind of normal already to what I was getting into.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Because I was going to say, that's fire, first of all. Give you flowers, brother, man. You've been dropping bars since you got here, man.
Your story
Yeah.
is really inspiring. too.
Yeah.
Ah, bro.
You stay very dedicated. It sounds like.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, man. When you got this vision and these goals and these things you want to accomplish in life, you can't stop. Because once you stop, if you look back, you say, damn, bro, but look, I've been through A, B, C, D. Yeah, I'm already at Z. You turn back at Y, you're going to be, damn,
Right.
I was almost there. So what's the point of turning back when you've already been through the worst and you already went through worse things than what's to come?
That's a great mindset,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you sound really disciplined, bro.
Yeah, it's the only way to be, bro, in this, because ain't nobody coming to save nobody.
Yeah.
I learned that early.
That's true.
Nobody came to save me as a kid.
Yeah.
Nobody came to save me as a young adult, and let alone now that I'm older.
Yeah.
So like I said, I remember somebody told me this as a kid. It was like, look, man, the moment you got a beard on your face, that's it.
Acabó. Ah,
Ain't no,
damn.
Ain't no help.
Hey, you a grown man from there, bro.
That's
just like me,
facts.
just like you rocking a beard on your face. You can't feel sympathy like that.
That's facts.
You gotta know. You know?
That's facts. Did you receive any type of guidance when you wanted to make that switch? Because the skill and the service to the client and you as a brand, you kind of broke that down for us, and that came with you kept doing it over time. But dipping your toe into setting up the business, renting a local, whatever you needed to do to get your stuff in check. Did you get any guidance with that, or was that an uphill battle too, as far as and now I need to go out and learn it from like a random source, like how to do this?
So, right, I always had a problem with seeking help, right?
Okay.
I look for help when I can no longer complete something, right? I'll try
Okay.
my hardest to do it myself.
Okay.
Why not? That's how you learn failing.
Right.
Everything I've learned is because I failed. So every time I do something that didn't work out, I just learn from that. I say, oh, okay, look, I was doing it this way, it didn't work out. Let me try it this way. So pretty much I never used to ask other barbers because it's not really a thing in the barber community to go
do
to
that.
another barber, ask for help. He gonna look at you like, damn, bro, you do it yourself. I mean, I'm doing it. You figure it out.
It looks
you
like
know?
weakness
So-
almost, right?
And really no big support like that.
Yeah.
When at those times when it came to that, because I think social media was still trying to pop off.
Yeah.
So I was more into the YouTube, watching other barbers on YouTube talk and hear them that was already doing it, for a long
Okay.
time. So I used to just find inspiration through them, bro, honestly. And, trial and error. Just do one thing. Did it work? No. Okay. Do another thing. It might work. All right, bet. I'm a solution-based person. I'm going to always look for a solution for me, for the client, whatever. It don't matter. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? All right, there's got to be a solution. If there's no solution, drop it. Move on to the next thing. All right.
That's
That's
fine,
just it.
bro.
That's how I've always kind of lived, man.
Get you one of those, man.
I just want to say, man, when he was cutting my hair, these all gems he drops while he's cutting your hair. Man.
Oh, damn, yeah.
He just be
Should've
dropping
charged some
gems,
more.
bro.
Should have charged some more, bro.
So you get a haircut and you drop some knowledge.
get
on
some
it.
knowledge, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You could say, bro, the knowledge. I'm probably one of the young ones in my family. Everybody else is older. So I come from a line of people who are way older than me,
Yeah.
been through more than me. You know what I'm saying? Been through life already. But they don't understand me as a person. You know what I'm saying? What's good for them might not be good for me. And I understand with the intentions, folks saying it like, yo, you need to be doing what I'm doing. Yeah, but that works for you, bro.
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah.
Let me do my thing.
I'm happy that it works for you, but I got to find what works for me.
That's
So,
bars. I mean, you
yeah.
showing them, though.
Right.
Yeah.
120,000% you showing them.
I got to do it because if not, they're going to say, well, what were you doing all this time?
Right.
Right? So the work speaks for itself.
Yeah.
We don't have to speak too much when you put in the work in.
Mm.
They can just see it.
Bro, come on, man.
Okay.
Actions over words, man.
Yeah.
Actions weigh a lot more than words, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like, you go to the gym, pick up some actions, it gets you right.
Yo, that was fire. I like that. Yeah, I
Go to
like
the
that.
gym, pick up some action.
pick up some, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
funny.
But people confuse confidence with arrogance, bro.
Yeah.
So when you on this road to being somebody, don't be arrogant, bro.
Yeah.
Because people smell arrogance. You know what I'm saying? It stinks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Confidence is different. When you confident, you're going to make the next person next to you feel confident.
Inspire. Yeah, you're going to inspire.
Like, yo, bro, look, we about to fall off this hill. Get up. Come on. That's confidence to go do it. Like, you can get out of it. When you arrogant, like, nah, I know I could get out this hill. Nah, bro, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Your arrogance is different from confidence. So people confuse it a lot. But
Yeah.
be confident, bro, with anything. That's just the mindset.
Yeah.
Train your mind. I'm big on training my mind to block out whatever's not helping and only install what's gonna help. You know what I'm saying?
What feeds you, yeah.
Right. What feeds my mind is, you know what I mean?
How do you train yourself to do that? What are things that you do to train your mind to be that way?
So, bro, pretty much I got like a routine I stick to. Every day in the morning, get up, go for a walk. That's the first thing I try to do in the morning, bro. I go walk off the sleep. You know why? Because you waking up tired. Sometimes it's a normal thing to just get up and stick around. You know what I'm saying? But it's better to get up and move. Because while you're moving, you're talking to yourself. Majority of the day, we talking to ourselves, bro. You a human, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
You get in front of the mirror, who you talking to yourself.
Yeah.
You seeing who you talking to is the person you seeing in front of you. That's all that matters at the end of the day. So talk to yourself. I just talk to myself a lot. I watch other folks that have done things that I want to do and say it's possible. I'm seeing it. It's not impossible. There's nothing impossible, bro. I never looked at things being impossible. I know it take a while to reach. You know what I'm saying? It might take a while to reach, but just have that that confidence, man. Like I say, to be able to do it. Say, yo, so-and-so did what I want to do.
Yeah.
Well, let me get to it.
Yeah.
They did it. I could do it. There's no wrong in that, but that's just how I've always thought. Have that mindset of you can do it. So who's stopping you?
Yourself.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Who's stopping anyone? Really?
Themselves.
Themselves. Your mind.
Yeah.
Your mind is really the strongest thing you have, bro. That you own. It's the only thing you own.
Damn, shit, I'm stuck, bro.
Smack me up.
This man just came in here. I thought we was gonna talk about your barber career. You just became a stoic right in front of my eyes.
Inspirational, like you said, bro.
Nah, because you know what it is,
Sure.
bro, right? You're going to meet a lot of people in life.
Yeah.
You're going to meet a lot of people in life, right? But you want to meet the right people in life.
Yeah.
Yo, that's facts.
Yeah.
You can't really avoid meeting the wrong people, though.
No,
So,
no.
question for you, because it sounds like you've been able to avoid them.
Oh, yeah.
How have you managed to avoid the wrong people that you came across? Sometimes we don't know they're the wrong people also, by the way.
Okay. So where we come from, right? we come from the bottom. You got to be witty, bro. You got to be witty. Those are one of the requirements to survive in the hood.
Facts.
You must be witty. You must be quick. Your sense of intellect must be to par. Also, you can't be. You could be dumb in the hood, but you got to know when to stay away from the dumb stuff and stick to the positive things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna always offer you the negative wherever you go, bro. You gonna always
It's all around you.
So you should know that it's there, and when you feel it and see it, don't let it play you. Don't let it trick you, because you can hear it, you can feel it. Sometimes you gotta know. You gotta have that what's it called, that intuitiveness.
Intuition. Yeah.
Yeah. When you feel something negative, so you just kindly move away, bro. You know what I mean? Act like you don't know what's going on, because in the hood you gotta act. You gotta see and not speak. You gotta see and just say, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking
Then
about."
you act dumb. Yeah.
Act dumb.
Yeah.
Most of the times you gotta act dumb to survive, bro. So that's
That's good.
one of
Though.
the
I
answers,
like
you
that.
know? You
That
gotta
that's
act
good, and it
dumb.
makes sense because
Act aloof.
a lot of times they'll
Aloof. That's
they'll
the
draw you in by introducing you to things that are not good, and because you don't want to act dumb, you want to act smart. You
Mhm.
get involved. You know, you want to act like you know something. Now you're involved in a whole situation that you don't need to be part of.
Right. And
That's
you,
facts.
you could easily be part of something you don't want to be part of, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All
Like
you gotta
that.
all you gotta do is be there, be present.
Mm-hmm.
or agree a little too quick.
Look-
Like, oh fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
shit happens. Shit happens to anybody. You could look. Everybody woke up that day, went to work, the Twin Towers, and then boom, bang.
Facts.
Yeah.
They wasn't planning on.
Yeah,
You
that's
get what I'm
facts.
saying? So it's like things happen. Any day, any time of the day,
Nothing's guaranteed
nothing's guaranteed.
except death, but you don't know when.
The only thing guaranteed is your choices, bro. That's it. Whatever choice you make, that's what's gonna guarantee you your outcome. I'm gonna be real.
Mm.
Make better choices. Stop chilling with people you know you ain't supposed to chill with.
Yeah.
Dedicate time to people you're supposed to dedicate time to, and get to it.
That's damn.
Get to it.
That was a
Yo,
button.
I ain't gonna lie. After this episode, we're gonna have to like pipe down on this.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like get to work.
Yeah, yeah. Nigga, I'm getting smacked up a
He
little
putting
bit.
batteries in my back right now.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Look, bro. If you knew a little bit of my background, right? So I had a brother who didn't walk. He was the big inspiration, because me seeing him in the chair used to tell me, "Damn, bro, I'm gonna be an ungrateful ass person in this life." He's sitting in the chair. He more happier than me right now to be alive, and I got life in me, and I got 2 legs, and my brain can function a different way. I'm just going.
Damn,
You
bro.
get me?
Yeah.
That helped me look at life with a different perspective, which forced me to chase my dream. Because I said, damn, he was up, he would be chasing his dream, but he's not. So let me do it.
Yeah, you kind of got to do
Get
it
it?
for the
So-
both of you.
Did it for the fans, did it for me, did it for him. You know what I'm saying? God rest his soul, but that's how it is.
in
You feel
peace.
me? But that will help you. Certain situations in life will motivate
Spark you up to move.
Yeah,
Like,
man,
move.
Yeah, because you got to have some inspiration. Some people don't have inspiration, bro. You got to find it.
Yeah.
It don't matter what your inspiration is, bro. It could be your kid, your mom, your aunt, whatever. You got to find inspiration, because that's what's going to keep you doing something. In
Yeah.
the back of your mind is like a trophy you want to reach, that you say, until I'm done with what I got going on, I won't touch this trophy until I get done with what I got to get done. So,
Prolong that dopamine drip. I got you, bro.
self-dopamine, bro.
Yeah, I got you. So, damn, that's fire. So this self-disciplined, self-motivated, self-reliant Amaury
Gotta
says,
be, man.
all right, I got my business. I want to open a second one. You open a second one.
So check it. So the first one, what happened was we had everything set up. Everything was well.
Yeah.
You know, we had that running great. I think one of the owners of the building had problems with the city, so we had to let go of that business
Because of the locale.
because of the
Okay.
issues they were having with the township. So then we said, you know what, we don't want to be part of this. Let's just relocate. So that's when we took it up to the next town over, and we went over to Franklin, and then we set up
Okay.
shop there, and then from there it was even better for us because now we had more space to work with. We had a different type of clientele coming in. We were able to give better service.
Okay, nice.
In these industries, you want to give your best always, bro. You want to leave your client with the experience of, wow, I want to come back and see this person
I want this experience again.
again. It don't matter if it's a haircut. It don't matter what it is. I just want to be here.
Yeah.
And that's really it. And
Yeah.
that's the model. That's like my business model. Have your client happy, bro. How you gonna have a client he's unhappy?
If he feels at your place of business how he feels at his job, assuming he or she don't like their job like that, then you're doing something wrong. Yeah.
I mean, how would it feel like I come to a podcast, right? And then you go, oh, I don't want a podcast right now. I don't want to talk right now. Like,
Yeah.
what we doing?
What you're doing there? Yeah.
Right. So
you provide an experience that they can like.
A lot of people also go to their barbers to just kind of let things go.
For sure.
To just talk. They it's like a trust building thing that you do with your barber.
Therapeutic.
Oh yeah, bro. Listen, I got what's it called? Degree in psychology off of barber, bro. No cap. I done studied people. I done learned people. You see, people are easy. So we think people are hard to. No, people are easy, bro.
Yeah.
You got to know when to give people space, give them respect.
Yep.
Give them their props, give them they flowers. That's it. People aren't that hard. You make it harder when you get on people's bad side. But not saying you're going to please everybody in this life, but you know when to and when not to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's times for everything. So
well, you shouldn't. Not everybody has situational awareness.
Right. Not everybody has won that yet from you. You know what I'm saying?
They can't look outside themselves to be like, all right, maybe I shouldn't be acting or saying these things right now. You know?
Correct.
Yeah. All right.
But you should always be yourself, bro, at work, no matter
sure.
what. People going to like you for you.
Yeah.
You acting like something you're not, it's not going to help you in the long run.
No.
I'm going to like you because of you being authentic.
Yeah.
That's how I've tried to maintain authentic, bro. I'm just me. Can't be something I'm not. It don't work for me.
That's full facts.
Just don't work. You know what I'm saying? For me.
That's full facts. So you get to Franklin and you now feel like, okay, we're established. We got a higher level of service that we did before our last place.
Correct.
So things are going good.
At that time.
Feel good about it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you feel fulfilled at that moment?
No.
Hey, right.
Because I knew that wasn't the end.
There you go.
Ever since I put the first shop, I remember telling one of the barbers, look, man, you feeling like you won the race, but this is a marathon, bro.
Yeah.
This is a marathon.
Marathon.
It's not no race, bro.
Yeah.
We just starting in the race.
Keep a pace, brother.
Because you don't know what's coming. Like I said earlier, you don't know when the bad things happen. Bad things happened.
Yeah.
But if we would have stayed there with the mindset of, well, we made it and we good now, bro, this is just the start.
Yeah, it was gonna turn into, oh, that's just something I did at a point in time.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was one chapter.
Right.
You know, another chapter, more pages in the chapters, how it goes. You know
Right. So from there, what year is it now?
Now we're talking 2018, 2017, 2018.
Okay.
Now at this point, we probably got like 8 chairs. Before I think we had like 9 chairs. Before we had like 6. Then we had upgraded to like 3 more. At this point, bro, we're doing better than we were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because with that gap where we left the first business, we were out for like 6 months.
Damn.
So we had no barbershop to go to, cut people. It was a struggle. And I had a child on the way. So for me, it was even harder.
Damn.
Because I have my girl depending on me, my kid who ain't in this world depending on me.
Yeah.
I'm dependent on me. Barbers are dependent on me. Like, oh, what we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Listen, bro, we gonna do what we supposed to do.
And your clients only stay your clients as long as you could service them. So the moment they gotta wait, they're like, it's the first month I waited for you, bro, because your knife is sharp, but
correct.
I gotta get my cut, player. So
life moves on.
Yeah, it doesn't wait for anybody.
It don't care about nobody.
So 6 months, you guys are like, all right, we need to figure it out. Bum, bum, bum.
I said, we got to get to it again. Now it's going to be more serious because now we're coming in with a different mindset. We working smarter now. You see, the trial and tribulation from the first shop helped me with the second one.
You, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Fire.
So I'm taking the lessons from what I learned here and applying them here, but a little bit smarter, a little bit more organized.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This was when you was cutting at the crib too.
This is when I was cutting.
I remember that. Yo, he was like, "Yo, come to the crib, bro. I'll cut you here, bro."
I don't
In
stop.
the meantime,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, I gotta get it, bro.
That's the one thing I liked about cutting hair. It don't stop growing.
Yeah.
So,
true.
Damn, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
My barber's gonna eat forever. Like,
He got into the right thing because it's a job that it can turn into a career and take you long and farther.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Depends what you want to do with it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Nah, you said it, bro. Hair don't
Yeah, hair
stop
don't
growing.
yeah.
So it'll always be a demand for that.
And barbers
That's
don't
fire.
stop being born. So there's gonna
Yeah.
be always a demand. There's gonna be more hair than barbers, bro.
Yeah.
More hair than
That's
barbers.
crazy. That's for sure.
You know what I mean?
That's for sure. So
Yeah.
you don't stop. You keep going in your house. You set up in Franklin.
Yeah.
You feel more established. You say you had 9 chairs at that point.
At that point,
one?
yeah.
Bro, that's mean. I'm gonna give you one of these
Yeah, man.
because I don't think anybody that's not in that world or might not like putting a picture to it. You know, there's 9 chairs in a. How many people you cut your hair with?
Only one barber.
Only one.
Yeah.
We don't switch up. How many people you cut your hair with? All right.
Yeah.
How many people you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you need that times a certain amount of people per chair to keep a week of work.
That is correct. Now,
So 9, it's like, imagine the amount of, what I'm trying to get at is for people at home watching it, the amount of people that go in that shop. That's what I mean.
the traffic of people was crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There was a point, bro, where I was so busy with my clientele, right? I couldn't take any new people. So I was really relying on the other barbers to come take care of walk-ins. And even my own clients, bro. Sometimes I used to just pass a client to another barber and be like,
Just
you know what,
booked,
can you
yeah.
take care of this person today? It's just feeding the next guy, bro. You're not going
That's
to make
fire.
all the money yourself in a barbershop. I'm sorry. Whoever thought they lied to you.
You only had 2 hands.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
You can only do as much as you can do by yourself, bro.
Yeah.
So it's not like you could be an octopus in the barbershop, bro.
I'd be wild.
You know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah.
How does that work in the barbershop? Because like, I have a concept of other businesses, but I don't really understand the money flow in a barbershop, right? Like if I go in, you're cutting my hair, I'm paying you,
Correct.
but that's if you're the owner. What happens when you're not the owner?
Okay.
How does the money move around?
So there's different situations on payout, right? So you got some barbers who are there for commission, and then you got some barbers who are booth rental, right? So if you pay a booth, it's like paying rent at your house, an example. You don't got to live there, but you own it, you paying for it. So if you're commission based, off of each cut, you pay a percentage to the owner. So usually, depends the barbershop you're at. You might do 70 for yourself, 30 per the house.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And that keeps the bills flowing, keeps everything paid, and keeps the business flowing. But usually that's how it works. They got 2 different systems, majority of people.
That's cool. That's actually interesting. I never knew that.
So
So
if
that's cool that they have an option if it's offered, right?
Usually a barber who's paying booth rental is because he has the clientele to afford the booth.
Okay.
Usually when you're in commissions, because you're either starting off, you're not too serious about your craft, you don't know what's going to happen with you. You might come in one day, you might not, So it depends on the barber. So if you're more responsible, you might want to rent a booth and make your own money and control your
So
own
if you have
profits.
more of a sure thing, like a good
Yeah.
strong clientele that you're gonna make that base money that put back into the rent of the chair,
For sure.
then you do it that way.
For sure.
And it would make sense what you said. Like anybody starting, they don't know what their week is gonna look like really.
Right.
So
Now
they do percentage.
Right. So usually young barbers that are starting off, you hit them with the percentage. Now when you become like a senior barber, you've been in the game for a certain amount of time.
Mhm.
You controlling your bucks, you control your income. It makes more sense sometimes to grab a booth at that point. It's just more responsibility for you as a barber.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you gotta have all your books and all your stuff.
Yeah.
It
And be
lands
able to
on you, not the
pay
house
and-
anymore.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man.
That's
That's
fire,
how it
man.
works though.
Yeah,
Usually.
no. That's different. I didn't understand
Yeah.
what happened. So how do you track that? How do you track how many people the one person cut that day? You know what I mean? Like,
So he usually write a receipt. When you get a
Oh,
cut, they give you a
gotcha.
receipt.
Yeah.
You go up to the booth.
I
This
never
is-
get a receipt.
Back in the days, it used to be more
Yeah.
like that. People would go to the barber shop. He'd write you out your receipt. He'd
Right.
keep his, and then he'd give you the
Mm.
when you give it to the front, and that would base off every week how many people you cut. They calculate it and then take a percentage out,
Mm.
hand you your check.
Damn.
Yeah.
But it was damn. That sounds like a chance for fraud. Like,
Right,
let
right,
me
right.
write in a couple extra names here.
The money got to be in the register though.
Oh, that's
That's
true.
true.
So that's how
That's
you
true.
calculate. So let's say
That's
you
true.
you did 3 people, but you put down that you did 4. Where's the money for the 4th guy?
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good
yeah.
point.
So you're just creating problems for yourself.
Yeah.
That makes sense. yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
Don't
sense.
fuck shit up. Just
Yeah,
have
word,
Yeah,
integrity.
man.
just
do the right
pay
thing.
what you gotta do, man.
Yeah,
Make your
man.
money, man.
Pay your dues, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to talk about SMP, man, because
Okay.
I remember I went to get a cut one day, and you were telling me about it. You were like, "Yo, I'm about to embark on this new journey, man." But I want to know, like, for them and for everyone watching, how it got started,
Okay.
how you found it,
Okay.
and why you decided to.
So SMP came about 2018, 19, around there. What happened was, as a barber, like I said, I'm always looking for solutions.
Yeah.
In the barber world, there's always a problem with hair loss, right? That's never
It's
going
a
to
big
stop.
problem. Yeah.
That's always been around. So I was always looking for methods on how to, treat hair loss. Like I used to stay at home up all night looking at treatments and other products that might help, people with hair loss. So I said to myself one day, dang, what do they have out there that's a little more permanent and not just temporary?
Like a spray on or
Yeah,
something.
those
Yeah.
are more temporary solutions, right? I was looking for a little something more permanent at the time. And when I was looking up hair loss solutions a lot on Google, I used to always run into SMP, right? And I used to see this, and I said, "What's this?" I thought it was a stock. At first, right? I thought it was a
I'm
stock,
excited.
right?
I'm waiting for what this
So I'm looking it up. I'm like, okay, so I'm seeing pictures of a guy with no hairline, and then I'm seeing pictures of a guy with a hairline.
is. Okay.
But the difference is he has a shaved head, right?
Yeah.
So looked at myself. I was like, damn, but I look like the guy on the left. I want to look like the dude on the right.
I got you.
Right? So I looked it up. I found out about it, researched it. I liked what it offered. I liked the technology it had. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
basically I want to call it like a semi-permanent hair tattoo for anyone losing hair. Right? So what we're pretty much doing, dude, is I want to put it as easy so people can understand.
All right.
We're basically drawing impressions all around the scalp to fill in your scalp so you don't have a light scalp anymore.
Okay.
So let's say you suffer from a super light scalp, you can see right through your hair. It's thinning. With S&P, you can kind of camouflage that hair loss. So let's say you rock a buzz cut, but then you have a bald spot always in the same spot. It bothers you. Still got to shave your head no matter what.
Yeah.
But if we could cover that up for you, it would look more
Full.
pretty much. You might have a fuller looking scalp.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what the treatment offers, and helps with your hairline, restoring your hairline. You know what I'm saying? If you have long hair and it's real thin, might add some density in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it helps a lot for anybody who's suffering from. It's just another alternative from a transplant or a PRP treatment or whatever people getting
Okay.
nowadays.
But people, not a lot of people, like at least do that around, at least around your area, because that was the first time I've seen that.
Yeah.
That was actually the only time I've seen that in
Yeah.
Brunswick.
Right.
And it was through a friend, may he rest in peace, but Peligro. Like
Yeah.
that's how I found out about
Yeah.
that you were doing that. So not to digress too much. SMP, what does that stand for though?
Right.
It stands for scalp micropigmentation.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay.
The P is for the pigmentation, which is pretty much the ink, and scalp micro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
Goes
got
to your
you.
Scalp. Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
sort of a tattoo on your head.
In a way, I don't want to say a tattoo, because if we get deep into like what's a tattoo and what's a micro,
Mhm.
the only thing difference is the depth, and you're going into the skin.
Okay.
In a real tattoo, I think you got to break like 6-7 layers to get the ink to settle in there. With scalp micropigmentation, you're breaking like 2 little layers off the scalp.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah.
something painful for the person?
I wouldn't say painful. I would say it's more like an annoying feeling.
Tedious?
Yeah,
Mm.
tedious. You got to be there for a couple hours, maybe like 2 to 3 hours, depending on the
Mm.
situation. But for that, we use like topical sprays, things like that help the
Okay.
client get through it and get past the pain. Usually
Okay.
people are good though with the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's smooth. Well, you made a good point in explaining that it's not going 7 layers down.
Right.
So
Now it would hurt.
unlike
Nah,
a tattoo,
yeah.
they're like scrubbing away on your skin.
Right.
You
Wait,
know,
Normally-
with that same token, since you're not going that deep into the skin, is it permanent or
So
does it come off?
semi-permanent, I would
Oh,
say.
okay.
So that way, let's say you never want to touch it up again after you had it done completely. Maybe down the line you don't want to touch it up, and it might fade out. So that's
Okay.
the good thing about it not being so deep in the skin. Now I've seen cases, bro, where people come in botched. You know what I'm saying?
that
Somebody with
sucks, bro.
not too much experience got behind your head, took the needle and started dragging it 6 layers down. Now you're creating a tattoo on someone's head.
Damn.
Yeah,
You know, but what you really want to do is like mimic a hair follicle,
right.
like stubble, pretty much all around the scalp, which helps.
That
Makes it
takes
look way better.
patience, bro.
You gotta have some patience, man. You gotta
That-
like it too. You gotta
That's
like
a
to
lot
do it.
of. That's a lot of space to fill with one
Yeah.
dot at a time.
And
like,
there's different needle sizes. There's
Mm.
different products you can use. But I was always into art drawing,
yeah,
so for me it came more natural. When I was a freshman in high school, I used to draw shape ups on my notebook, and then
it was meant to be, bro.
I used to color it in with the pencil, or I would use the eraser to
To make that
take the
fade
faded
effect,
look. Yeah,
it was
man.
meant to be, bro.
Barber by heart, bro.
It was
You know
meant
what I'm
to
saying?
be.
So,
Was
yeah.
the clientele there for this newfound like solution that you wanted to provide to your community? Like,
So the clientele came through ads. So
Okay.
we'll get into that. Marketing. You know what I'm saying? I had to start a new journey. When I started SMP, it was nothing like barbering. So had to get into marketing, had to learn ads, how to create content, more appealing content for the client.
try. Okay.
Yeah. But it was definitely a different ball game from cutting hair. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Most of the clients I've done are not from the area.
Oh
They're people from
wow.
all over the world, bro, and the states. I had people fly in from like Texas, California,
Wow.
places I never thought I'd meet people. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
they're doing their research. They want to get it done. They want to come out here, and yeah, you doing people you've never met, people you get from online.
That's crazy. That's impressive. That makes me feel like you had to almost like get out of your comfort zone a little bit then.
Correct. So I
Because
had to
yeah,
go ahead.
my fault. No, because you had to now learn something new to make this new thing, this solution that you wanted, work for you. Because it got to make sense
So
financially too.
now we're gonna talk about getting started.
Right.
Right, the hard part,
Right.
the beginning. Just like cutting hair again. When I tried to get into the field, people used to say I was crazy. Why was I doing this and that?
Mm.
So I took that experience from back then and applied it into this
Like-
new journey. Okay.
Yeah.
So people were like, all right, you really gonna stop cutting hair to go dots on people's head? You gonna stop doing it? Yes. I gotta be crazy enough to believe in myself that it's gonna work for it to work. I gotta
That's
be
facts.
also. I gotta have it done. I have it done also, but people would say, I don't believe you're gonna stop your 16-year career to go do it. Watch me. And just like that, ask him, pardon me, sir, but I have to finish something new that I'm starting. Till then, we'll be in contact.
I'll talk to you later.
That's it. And
So
kindly.
you don't cut hair at all anymore?
Here and there, I'll still do it for sport, you know what I'm saying? But not
Yeah.
like a career. Like I used to live off of just cutting hair only.
Yeah.
Now I also do the SMP service. But when I got started in the beginning, right, people would say, how are you going to get this off the ground? Because
Right.
where are you going to get the people for this?
Right.
How? The vision, they didn't have it.
They
They
didn't
couldn't
see it,
see it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. Once I saw that I could do it, all I remember was, now I got to market it. But I had never marketed anything before. Remember, bro, the only thing I've marketed was my haircut around town.
Yeah.
That's
right.
it.
Locally.
I learned Facebook ads, Instagram. I had to start becoming a marketing student at the same time while I'm
went
learning SMP. So my thing was, damn, I can't stop doing a person to go cut a head because I'm already busy here, can't stop what I'm doing here to go over there. So, little by little, you got to break away so you can
Yeah.
put your focus into what is it that you're trying to
Do at the
accomplish.
moment. Yeah.
Right. So if you don't dedicate time to it, how's it gonna grow? You know? And that's what I did, man. I just pulled back from whatever I was doing. I was getting home, practicing like an animal, um, trying to do the best work possible. You know what I'm saying?
So did you leave the that's inspirational. Yo, I think it's always a good sign if, let's say, I'm curious about this thing. I'm nervous about this thing. This is something that brings insecurity to me, my hairline,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm trying to get a fix. I'm trying to feel good. It's always a good sign if I come across the treatment, I'm like, oh, this might be an option, but I don't know how this is gonna turn out. And the person's doing it to me. You got it done?
Yeah.
The person's doing it to me has it. Because that means they believe in it. So I know if they
Correct.
believe in it,
Right.
they gonna give me their full, this is not just a scheme for them to get money out my
Correct.
pocket.
Correct.
I think that's the fact that you did that, whether it was personal reasons or it's
That's
just
the marketing in itself.
that's the marketing in
Correct.
Yeah.
itself. Yeah,
I'm
that's
also,
fire, bro.
I'm also how you say this, a victim of hair loss.
Right.
A victim of hair loss.
Yeah, so you come see me, and you're like, oh, that's what it looks like in person. You know what I'm saying? Wow, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That looks good. So
Plus the person that's what I'm saying. That might make me like a little scared when I'm sitting in that chair and being like, all right,
Yeah.
I trust you. Because you gotta build a certain trust too with the person
right.
giving you
So
that.
me telling him I'm also a client of this,
Yeah.
made it more easier for me to pitch it to people.
But
and
like,
say,
you
look
believe
how I
in
look
it.
with
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna show you guys later how S&P looks.
Yeah.
But for people to see you with it, gave them the confidence to say, oh, you got it done. It looks bad on you. Why can't it look good on me? And that's how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Yeah.
So you let the other chairs, they kept cutting, or
Yeah.
you moved away from the locale and entirely, the barbershop?
Yeah, so I was still cutting people from the morning to the evening,
Mhm.
and then after the evening, I would go do my S&P clients till like
My boy
11
working
o'clock at
overtime.
night. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was in there locked in, man, like a dog.
As you
And I ain't
should,
go
bro.
nowhere. I ain't step out. No one saw me, anything, bro.
As you
I
should,
went in
bro.
ghost
As you
mode.
should, bro. Get it, bro.
It did it to me. I didn't want to do it to myself. It did it to me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That when you really have a vision, bro, it don't matter what nobody say.
Mm-mm.
You still gotta go do it.
Yeah.
You gotta go accomplish.
Is that itch?
It's that.
Yeah, you gotta go scratch that. Now, what do I need?
Exactly.
You're very driven. It seems
Yeah.
like you have a deep hunger for success.
Yeah.
But you did also mention something earlier when you started that makes me wonder, and I have to ask:
Yeah.
do you think that there's a, I don't want to say resentment, but something there with your mom, kind of asking you like, what else are you gonna do? You think that
Yeah.
drove you
Yeah.
and pushed you?
Yeah. So I come from a family of a lot of professionals.
Okay.
Mainly everyone in my family's been to college, have degrees, gotten certain careers in their life.
Okay.
They've maintained a certain standard, right? All I did was go my route. I didn't take the traditional route they did.
College.
Times changed when they were coming up as when I was coming up. So what worked for them, like I said, might not work for me. It's hard to explain that to someone who's, of an older mindset,
Yeah.
came up in
Right.
a different time. They're stuck on their ways. So it was hard to not teach her, but like show her.
Yeah.
Like, look, this is what I'm doing, and if you don't like it, well, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
It's working.
Because to them, it's like,
yeah.
yo, this is the formula. It's not the formula that worked for me. It's
Right.
the formula.
Yeah.
Follow this formula so you'll
Expecting
be
you
okay
to follow
too.
it, and it's
Yeah.
like I got my own path.
And it stems
Yeah.
from a good place. They're like, I want you to be good, want you to be okay.
Right. They just want you to be good at the end of the day,
Yeah.
your
Right.
parents. You know what I'm saying? But I understood what was good for me. As a kid, bro, I kind of like raised myself in a lot of ways because, when you got a brother like that, I don't got time for you that much.
No, the
So
attention goes
you
to
gotta
them.
you gotta really like focus in on yourself. And there was times, bro, where I used to say to myself, man, I don't got the support I need. Where's the support I see everyone receive? Where's my support? Fuck it, I gave myself support, bro. That's it. I just told myself, you could do it, bro. You could do it. You can do it. I trick your mind into saying you can do it. You can do it. You can really do it. And just like that.
positive mindset.
Always,
That's
bro.
different,
Manifest.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to keep a positive
Yeah.
mindset, bro.
For sure.
As soon as you wake up, there's so much negativity in the air, bro. It's never gonna stop, like I said. It's never gonna stop. What
Yeah.
do? Put it behind your mind, bro. Look forward. It's really the only kind of way to make shit happen nowadays. I
That's
feel like.
facts, bro.
Does
Yeah,
My
does
bad.
your mom see it now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ain't got no
I had
choice
to
now.
ask,
She
I had to
now.
ask.
She see it now, and she's proud now. But the process was she wasn't proud through the process of
She
any
didn't
of it.
see
Of course.
Right, because they want something else for you, something that you don't want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something, you know,
Well, they also can't see your
They
vision.
don't see it.
You
Right.
see your path. You see where you're
Right.
going. They're like, I have no idea what he's doing. To them, it's like you're going nowhere.
they can't even explain it to the next person
Mhm.
because to them it don't make no sense.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So, and
Yeah, they don't fully understand it themselves.
right,
Yeah,
they
that's
can't
facts.
even explain it.
No.
They just don't know, bro. We're in a different type of time, bro. We're really in the future, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them, they're still in the early 90s.
1984.
Yeah, the good old days that they talk about, you know
As
what I'm
they
saying?
talk about, yeah.
But yeah, having her in my life, my mom look at me, go and struggle and see everything and see me now, she's probably like, this kid proved me wrong.
I love that. That's beautiful
good,
in itself.
yeah.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
you for doing that, bro.
Facts, facts.
And you know what? That's the beautiful part is that they're proud of you regardless how they felt before,
Oh yeah.
because it gives you a little bit of acceptance to what you were doing. And it allows them to also have a son that they can be proud of, for
Correct.
your parents. So
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's reassuring to know that I'm glad I stuck to my guns and
Correct.
did what I wanted to do.
Takes a while. For anybody out there that has that dream,
Tell 'em,
like
tell 'em.
I'm saying,
Tell 'em.
stop listening to those who are not where you want to be. Stop it. Just stop right where you at, turn the other way and go your way.
mhm.
Yeah.
Really.
Take those. Teach these devils.
Let me ask you about the business itself, SMP, right? What is the potential that you see in there? How far can you take that?
Yeah, so SMP, bro, is it's just like barbering in a way. It's just another service. It's never gonna stop. To me, it's never gonna stop. There's always gonna be someone suffering with a hairline issue, bald issue, hair density issue. So I feel like that business won't. If anything, it's getting more popular.
Mm.
Because remember, it started around 2013, but it didn't take off till like 2018, 17. The industry is.
That's
I
pretty
didn't know it was
young.
that young.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's young.
That's pretty
Yeah,
young.
it has probably like 13, 14 years only. So when I got in, I was using things that today I'm not using. So I seen the industry change a lot.
Okay.
With the products, with the machines, everything. It just keeps evolving.
It's even better you got in there early then.
Yeah, in a way. So, you see the trials and errors. There
Yeah.
were guys back then using probably like real tattoo ink and real tattoo needles that you wouldn't use today to do the procedure,
Mm.
So that's what I've seen. I've seen it change throughout the years. It's just innovating. You know what I mean?
What is an average schedule for Amaury? So let's say how many heads can you do that to in a day, if more than one?
So usually I used to do like 2 people a day normally,
Okay.
2 to 1, because really what happens is you're working with skin. So depending on the skin, if the skin's
Irritable.
tough to work on,
Mhm.
you got to take your time. Can't rush it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're working with somebody, through pain.
Yeah.
So you got to also remember, hey, there's a human being right here, and it's painful, and for some people it might not hurt as much as others. Some sit through it, some cry through it, some sleep through it. So, yeah, on that level, it's definitely a different type of procedure.
Yeah.
Those that don't know.
So it's like 2. So 2 a day right now.
Used to be 2, 1 like that. But
Okay.
usually we'd start one at like 9 in the morning,
Okay.
be done with the first guy like 1:30, then take a quick break, hop back on next client at 2, be done with him around 4 or 5.
And you don't give your arms, your forearms, more than half an hour.
Sometimes, because it comes from the barbering.
Oh,
I was gonna say,
so
he's a
you're
barber,
used
So the
to-
mindset's still
okay.
stuck on. Let me get
me
the
get
client
these heads
hand
done,
done.
yeah.
Yeah. So I always
Okay.
work with that mindset of I gotta get them in
Okay.
and out.
Do they tell you like, yo, I just need a break real quick?
Oh yeah.
Since
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
hours.
Yeah. Sometimes
Right.
take a quick break. Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, man. But nah, man, I love it. You know what I'm saying? It helps. I done help so many people with their hair loss problems and their confidence problem, bro.
That makes
It's
you
a
feel
confidence
good.
boost.
Yeah. I'm
For
sure.
someone who's feeling like crap, bro, and they don't like their appearance or their scalp, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a solution right there.
Yeah, I
mean-
love that.
That's a good point, though. I think people going to it is also trying to regain their confidence too, right? Because
Yeah.
Automatically.
like when you're growing up, like you're a kid, your hair is there. You don't know if
Yeah.
you're gonna lose it or
Not
not. I mean,
worrying
you could
about
probably
it.
see it in your family, but
yeah,
you don't really like think about that.
Focus
You're
it,
just
yeah.
like you're comfortable,
yeah,
and then you hit a certain age where your hair starts thinning, falling, whatever it may be, and now your confidence that you built your whole life starts fading
Correct.
because of it.
For some
So-
people, it's serious. For
Mhm.
others, it's like, all right, whatever. It's just something
Yeah.
new.
Right.
For me, it wasn't too much of that. It was more like, damn, I'm shaving my head anyway.
yeah.
I kind of feel better with a hairline.
So you
Let me
were
go with this
comfortable.
new look.
You
You
were
know,
more
yeah.
comfortable
Yeah,
than other people.
some people come in more on, damn, bro, I really feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? My life is looking bad. I don't feel good. I want to do something to help me.
Well,
Some people look at it like that too. When
Yeah.
they come get it done.
but you think about like some people use their face and head and appearance, overall appearance, to sell stuff though.
Correct.
And when somebody's going to sell you something, there is a level of vanity, I think, within either the person that's gonna buy the service, just us as a society.
Yeah.
Sadly, that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? And someone might be more willing to buy something, whatever's being sold to them, if the person's selling it to them, if they feel like a certain, if not attraction, like a certain ease of like this person's easy to look at, or this person's handsome, or this,
Yeah.
like that's just the way we are. Like how many times you've seen an ad with a car and what they have next to it, the hot girl that's jumping in it. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So I think what you do, bro, is impressive, and it helps
Thank you, man.
because us as men, like sometimes our ego is
Yeah.
Through the roof.
Yeah.
through the roof, and that might be something that might be equivalent to missing a tooth. You be like, I feel crazy talking to people. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
But
so-
today you could go to the dentist, put on a tooth.
Right.
It's
There
nice
you
to
go.
have
Today
that ability
we
for
living
it.
in an image society, my boy.
Yeah, sadly.
Everywhere you step out, someone's got a
Sadly,
phone in front of them trying to take pictures with you,
Yeah.
videos with
Yeah.
you. So we just in those times.
Yeah, and I think it's human nature, sadly, right? But I think what you do for them is
Oh yeah.
equivalent to like somebody having body.
You
that's more
saving
fit.
lives, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Changing them,
Changing
changing
them,
lives,
yeah.
Changing them, yeah.
I'm selling confidence too,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
at the same time, I'm there
Thank you.
helping you look and feel better.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You doing this for you.
yeah.
You should only do it for you. When you get anything done, it's for you.
Yeah,
You should never get nothing done to get to make the next person feel good.
yeah.
I always do it
That's
for
how,
you.
that's how you end up with X tatted on
Yeah.
your body. Yeah. That's a bad place
Those
to
are-
be at. Yeah.
Yikes.
I got,
Yo,
I got
bro, let me find out you got tattoos
I
of your
don't
exes. on.
think that-
That sounded
Nah,
way too
nah,
relatable.
the wah.
I've just seen some bad stamps. That's why. But no, it's not my. That's scary.
Oh
my God.
man.
I got a quick question, man. Content creation.
Yeah.
How was that at first for you? Like, was it a natural thing? Because I see a lot of businesses
Yeah.
now adapting content creation. I want to know what that was. That natural for you, and what did it do for?
So kind of, yeah, because I've always liked to do videos, take pictures, things like that, edit a lot. I'm pretty cool with that. It just, for me, it was kind of normal doing it because I was already doing it for barbering. So when I started doing it for this, I was like, okay, it's just a different service. I got to market it different.
Okay.
But content creation, bro, if you have no content creation nowadays, don't even do anything.
No.
'cause all this is content.
You won't be able to expose it properly to get any attention on it.
We consume 3 things every day: food, water, and content, bro. So it's like,
Damn.
you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Damn.
Right, it's just a normality. So
Yeah.
when you don't see anyone doing content for their business or something, you're gonna say, well, maybe you don't want business.
Yeah. It just doesn't
Yeah.
show like you care that much about it. Because it feels like a necessity nowadays
Right.
to do that with your business.
You gotta love what you do, bro.
Yo,
When
bro.
when you love what you do,
I hope you have one last quote, bro. Because at the end we do
He done
quotes
used them all up.
and giving them away.
bro,
Yeah, he got the book, man.
I bought
Yeah.
a black book
Oh,
of quotes.
damn.
Man.
Let me get this man an applause. When you definitely magical.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
When you stay ready,
that's
you
the
gotta get ready.
definition of stay ready so
Stay
you don't
ready
gotta
so you
get
gotta
ready.
get ready, bro. That's
I like
fire,
that.
bro.
And stay down, bro, till you come up.
Yeah.
Oof.
Damn.
Cause
Another one.
some people want to fly too soon, bro.
Yo.
Some people want to fly too fast. Ain't nothing fast good, bro.
No.
I learned it the hard way,
No.
the easy way. Nothing fast is good, bro.
No.
Take
There's
your
no
time.
quality in fast.
Quality over quantity, bro.
There you go.
Quality.
They say if you go too fast, you end up crashing usually. So,
Oh, so.
and slipping.
Mm.
Yo, guys.
My bad. We're having
Facts.
a quote war. Quote war.
Nah, it's true though. It's true though.
That's fire.
It's true though. You ain't lying.
I'm definitely impressed, man. And more than all, it's not hard to see why you have all the things that you have and why your path is your path.
Facts.
Because sitting one afternoon with you or morning, it's morning time, my fault. Sitting a simple hour with you has taught me more about your character than anything else you do down the line.
Oh yeah.
I can look online and be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Why would it make sense?
Because you're driven, motivation, and self-discipline is crazy. Seems crazy from our conversation here.
When you are self-employed,
Yeah.
you have to develop discipline, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like without that, look at all the grades. Just look at them, bro. That's what I do. I look at the grades. The athletes, the artists, the business owners, all the grades. What do they have in common?
Self-discipline. Yeah.
That's all they have
Damn.
common. They don't have anything else in common. Just one thing, discipline.
Damn.
Yo, if you start looking at athletes, right? And you start really looking at, the top guys. Let's talk about the top guys. Like the Ronaldos, those people, the Messis, those people, the
Legendary people.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
an example, right? Those guys don't play around. When they want something, they're gonna work for it, bro. They're gonna go outside. They're gonna hit 100 goals a day. They're gonna run whatever it takes. Cause, bro, once you feel success, you want more success. You become a
addicting.
success addict.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to be addicted to success, bro, than drugs and
or
bullshit.
anything. Yeah.
Anything else.
Something that's bad for you. Yeah.
Chase that success high. That's a real good high.
Yeah.
Success high is the best. There's nothing better than that, I would say.
Yeah.
And anything is a success, bro. Waking up is a success.
Yeah, you're blessed from
Getting here was a success. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
if you look at everything as a success, even if it's a grain of rice, bro,
You'll
a
feel
success,
good.
it's still good. You will feel great.
Fire. Damn,
You know what I
that's
mean?
fire. Bro, we gotta get into these quotes, man.
I did want to point out this. At first, when we were gonna meet you and talk to you,
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna really focus on your business, which we did. We highlighted, we talked about it, and I thought that was gonna be the most impressive thing about you.
Yeah.
But I think your philosophy and your mindset
Yeah.
is by far way more valuable and powerful than even your businesses today. Because I feel like your businesses that you have today, they're just the ones that you have today. You're probably
Right.
gonna do greater things
Right.
with that mindset that you have, bro.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Applaud to you,
Thank you,
man.
thank you. Appreciate that. Bro, how do I say this? I always look at where I was at and where I want to be, right? So I've always done this. This is my little secret I'm going to hand out to everybody.
Mhm.
I plan my life out every 5 years. So I give myself 5 years, every 5 years to do something better
Yeah.
or innovate what I was already doing. So let's say in 5 years, I did the S&P. Let's say I did that for a good 5 years, 6 years. Now I want to try something else, another goal, another dream that I
Yeah,
want to
that's
hit.
dope.
You got it? I'll give it 5 years because it takes time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do everything in a year or two. You're not gonna hit the goals you want in a year or two. It usually takes, I say, 5 years. And if you're doing great after those 5 years, keep the same business, keep innovating. But you want to grow, you gotta be able to expand, do new things you've never done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it is. Like, I'm pretty sure the guys who started off construction only knew how to put up walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Now they're the developers. They never developed anything before that.
Yeah.
They were just putting walls up. How'd they go from that to that? They must have had the goal and set in their mind of, can't just only put walls up. I gotta learn how to develop a building. I gotta learn how to be bigger than what it is. That's really, you know what I'm saying? Doing better than I was yesterday.
That's fire. That 1%.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, you're speaking truths that we speak in here all the time.
Right.
That 1%, and you're talking about 5 years. Watering your bamboo. That's what we call it.
Bamboo.
Damn, that was a great one. I never heard that one.
Cause how long does it take to?
It's about 5 years that it takes for a bamboo
To
tree
sprout.
to sprout.
Yeah.
But you water it every day. For 5 years, it shows nothing.
Nothing.
Randomly, after 5 years, for the next 6 months, it's just going up.
See, what's crazy is also, you look at everybody's success, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes we might get frustrated because we want to be where we want to be.
Yeah.
But we want to feel the success they have. May not be I want what they have, but I want to feel the success you have. What it feels like to be where you're at. Even though it might be for a second or two. But you being in their shoes and saying, wow, man, you know, I can feel all the work you've put in. I can see why they call you who they call you. Those are things I wanted to grow up to be like, damn, bro, I want to be that guy. Like they can speak about. You know what I'm saying? All the odds were put against us anyway, so totally.
You earned it, though. You earned it.
And we still going, bro.
Yeah.
We still not where we want to be, but we still grinding because it's just every day. Life to me is just a grind.
Yeah.
To me, I look at life as a different perspective now as when I was younger. Before, they used to just pull your ear a lot to go do things.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta go get this done. Gotta get that done.
Clean your room.
Right. Anything. Anything growing up you didn't like to do,
Yeah.
I understand why they did it. It served its purpose, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
So you could thank God, thank your mom for all those whoopings and
Yeah, for
headaches
sure.
and everything you received. It molds you.
It was meant to be there for a reason.
Yeah, man. Especially, bro, when you been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. They're all necessary building blocks.
You need them.
Yo, this has been amazing, bro.
Oof.
And we hope to have you again, honestly.
For sure, bro. For sure.
Because we got to see what the next step is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also something we like to do towards the end, we hit them with some quotes. You did it all episode. Don't worry about it, man. But I know you ready. I know you.
I want one of your good ones.
Yeah,
that
I want
you
one
have
of
in
your-
the
yeah,
back
for
for
From
sure.
the book, bro.
For sure, yeah, for sure.
I took this book from Will Smith right now. from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah. So
Nah, but truly, bro, one of the quotes I really like that I've been stuck on this week, something 50 said.
hit
bro.
him.
Damn. 50 said, what was that quote he said, man? I've been stuck on it all week. That's how good it's been. I think he said, ain't no school for this. You got to pick up the information as fast as you go. That's literally all he said. And, bro, that stuck to me all week. There's no school for this.
Yeah.
You got to be quick to pick up the information as fast as you going. Because one day you're doing this, the next day you're doing that, and that's what's going to help you get to the next thing. There's no school for this.
Yeah.
There's no college you could sign into and say, can you set me up for life? You got a class here? Set you up for life?
Yeah.
No. So you got to be quick to pick up the information as you go.
Adaptable.
You have to in this life if you want to be successful, more successful.
That's fire.
I like that.
Got to be
Shout
adaptable.
Shout out you for the quote.
Shout
and
out you
50
for the quote
that.
and 50 for it, giving you the inspiration to
50,
say it
man.
here, man.
It's a lot of greats, bro.
Oh, it's my go.
It's your turn, Remy Ren.
This one is one that I was stuck with all week, man. This from this a Fab lyric.
Oof.
He said, I got no time for what may work. My plan B is another way to make my plan A work.
Fire,
That
bro.
one-
Yeah.
Shout out to him, bro.
Yeah,
Shout
bro,
out
I
to
did-
Fab, bro. He knows what he's talking about.
That's barras.
That's bars, yo.
Man, I saw it this week. I was Googling something else, and
Yeah.
that popped up. I'm like, hold on. I remember
Yeah,
this.
keep this.
I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, that's
Yeah.
the quote for the week.
He
bro.
be spitting them spooky bars,
Yeah,
yeah.
spooky, yeah. Yeah, scary, spooky. Nah, we're not doing all that. Mine is a different version of something I said is imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. Get them moving, man. Get them moving.
Get them legs moving. Get them legs
Yeah.
moving,
Yeah,
man.
Get them moving. Yeah.
Take action before you have to take reactions to things. You
I
know
feel
what I'm
like
saying?
also too, bro.
Or just like overthinking to the point where you don't do anything because you want it to be perfect. Yeah.
We all get creative blocks.
Yeah.
All of us. I've been in a creative block. It could take me a month, 2 months to get out of because you so stuck on one idea or you stuck on something that
Yeah.
you want to get done. You leave it there. You come back to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of things we get writer's block too. Like people that write songs, you might get
Yeah.
writer's block, but I feel like never how do you say this? Going back to the thing you started
Yeah.
and not giving up on it is better than just having the idea and just saying, well, it was just an idea.
Yeah, for sure.
At least I tried it.
For
At
sure.
least I went for it.
Yeah.
I can
That's what counts at the end of the day.
at the end of the day, bro.
What you got up for us, brother man?
So this one is from a good friend online. She said, time is the only currency that has a balance on it, but
Mm.
you don't know how much is left.
That's facts. So get to work, sucker.
I told her the same thing. You didn't have to do that to me.
Yeah. That's true shit.
Yeah, man.
That's true, man. So take advantage of every drop of it, I guess.
Every second, make it count.
Yeah, for sure.
Take action.
Life is precious, and you know we got to take advantage of every second of it.
That's facts.
So thank you for that quote, brother man. Thank you for the 20,000 that you've dropped today, man. That's your main talent, bro.
Got the
That's your main talent than everything else, and your self-discipline speaks.
thank you, man.
Yeah,
It shows, man. For
it
sure.
shows, bro.
We're very grateful that you made the time to come,
Yeah.
Anytime, bro.
hang out with us,
Anytime.
and share some of your knowledge, bro. Some of your experience, some of your philosophy,
I'm a supporter,
and your
bro.
mindset.
I'm gonna support the community, bro. All day they supported me. I'm gonna support the community, bro.
Yeah.
It
I
helped
love that,
me.
bro.
I'm gonna help anybody I knew grew up around me. Whatever dream they got, I'm not gonna tell them no.
Nah, you need
'Cause I
to.
done hit things and reached goals that I never thought I could. So why can't someone else where I'm from can do it?
Hold it
Right.
back. Hold them back.
No,
Yeah.
no sense in that.
Yeah, we definitely want you back if you'll have us, man. You know what I mean?
For sure.
We want to keep seeing what you're working on, and we want you to get a taste of. We always do this. Like the first episode this is your episode. This to highlight who you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
and all that. Next time you come, man, you're familiar, man. I know you
Yeah,
already.
man.
So we
Talk
mix
about
you
guys,
we
eh?
mix you up a little bit more in our world. Maybe throw up some like
Oh, yeah.
comedic stuff and stuff like that, and we chop it up,
Good
man.
with that,
Random
man.
topics.
Yeah,
Get your
this is to
opinion
get
on
to know
things.
you.
Oh yeah.
Next
for
time
sure.
is to chill with you.
Facts.
All right, so we appreciate your time being here.
Appreciate you, bro.
As always, do my brothers have anything else?
Oh, good.
Good, man.
Peace and love. We
out.
out.